Any Royals fans here? Yeah, yes, no, yeah, a little bit. Well, just don't want to admit it, huh? They did win yesterday, though, right? Any Cardinals fans? No, I usually around here find some Cardinals fans. So they beat the Yankees yesterday, huh? The evil empire. Yeah, that's no joke, right? The best record in baseball, second best record in the AL. Of course, my team are the New York Mets, right? The Amazons, the Metropolitans, right? Just because I'm trying to shave some time off purgatory. And of course, one of the big taglines of a Met fan. We haven't heard it a lot this year because we only usually hear it when the Mets are doing poorly, and the Mets are not doing poorly this year. Right? They beat the Braves twice yesterday, huh? What we hear often from other Mets fans when things are going poorly is, you got to believe. Not you have to believe. You got to believe. Gotta believe. 3 words. Y-A, G-O-T-T-A, believe. Right? You got to believe. Right? Just as if just believing in despite all the odds, somehow the Metropolitans will bring it through. But I tell you, sisters and brothers, what our scriptures today challenge us to consider faith. Not the type of faith that you got to believe faith. Not the faith that is just this raw, wanting something to be real and kind of forcing it to be real. No. We are called, sisters and brothers, to consider this faith, the faith that is the realization of what is hoped for, and evidence of things not seen. We are invited, sisters and brothers, to consider that faith that we are gifted with, the faith that we are challenged with. No, this is not a faith, sisters and brothers, that is a blind belief, but is a considered, nurtured virtue. St. John Paul II taught about the importance of faith generally. A great encyclical he wrote, Fides et Ratio. He taught about the relationship between faith and reason. Faith and reason, St. John Paul taught, are like 2 wings on which the human spirit rises to the contemplation of truth. And God has placed in the human heart a desire to know the truth, so that by knowing and loving God, we may also come to the fullness of truth about ourselves. We are gifted, sisters and brothers, in our life through our baptism with this great holy gift of faith. And we are called, sisters and brothers, to make that faith real in our lives, to exercise in our works, to exercise in our prayers, to exercise in our efforts, this great holy gift of faith, that treasure in heaven that no thief can reach, nor moth destroy. Faith, my sisters and brothers, is work. We have to work at living our faith. We have to work at learning how to love. We have to work in getting to know the God who loves us more and more through faith, because our soul waits for the Lord, who is our help and our shield. We are called, sisters and brothers, to exercise this great mystery of faith. to know God, to know that His love for us, to know the love that Christ has for us, that He showed us on the cross, to understand in a very little way, the great victory He won for us. Through faith, we desire a better homeland, a heavenly one. And with sure knowledge of the oaths that we put our faith, we might have courage. We are all gifted, my sisters and brothers, with this great gift, virtue, grace, challenge of grace. And it's a rich gift that we've been given. It's a great gift that we've been entrusted with. And so as much will be required of the person entrusted with much, so much more will be demanded of that person entrusted with more. This week, my sisters and brothers, let us make it our effort to consider carefully the gift of faith with which let us consider the great gift of faith which we have been given, that we have been gifted, that we have been entrusted with, and consider how that impacts our lives, how we can better nourish our faith, how we can better cultivate our faith, how we can better grow in loving Jesus Christ. Because in the end, you got to believe. Praised be Jesus Christ, now and forever.